I'm an unlucky man. First I got hit in the head with a pipe, then I got strangled by a tie, and finally my clothes got torn. My mission was to pick another unlucky guy and play a game of paperweights. The winner would take home $1 million, and the loser would be forced to play a game of battle royale. So I went out, but I didn't realize that I was going to meet my worst nightmare. They gladly accepted my invitation to play and were immediately defeated. And the other one was horrible. She beat me, and instead of accepting my prize, she slapped me in the face. I had to give him a ticket to the battle royale. But when he did, he realized that they were too strong. We became the prey instead. But I'm just the unlucky one who picks the players. I can't confirm the strength of the players. When my boss saw this, immediately invited me to eat bullets. White just came home to find out there's a White in his house. What the hell is going on here? Both of them say the other is a fake. Which one is the fake White? The family couldn't tell the difference for a short time because they looked exactly alike. The two Whites fought, but were easily separated by their sister. In order to find the imposter, the family meeting was held. The two Whites were given their own numbers. The first topic was painting. The two of them quickly started to draw. White number 1 drew a picture of his dad grimacing, and his dad looked very unhappy. White number 2 drew a picture of a very handsome dad, and he was so happy that he voted for White number 2. The second question was about getting beaten up. My sister tested herself to see which White is more resistant to being punched. The result was obvious. Sister also voted for number 2. But when it came to the third question, Pipio thought that number 1 was more real. But number 2 successfully bribed Pipio with a lollipop. Number 1 protested, but the protest was futile. When it came to the final part of the game with the invincible mom, they could only shiver, but mom just slapped them lightly. Number 2 was the first to recover and was recognized by his family as the real White. But when it was time to continue eating, he showed his true colors. White would never give meat to his sister. It turned out that number 2 was a robot. So number 1 is the real White? Not really. The real White was in the house the whole time and never went out. Number 1 was a robot too. White was very sad. His family didn't recognize him. But it wasn't their fault. The outside of the house was full of robots. I had just gotten out of the portal when I spotted a group of boar monsters. I was so confident that I had the best equipment. The boars ran away when they saw me, and when I changed back to my raggedy gear, they came charging again. When I showed them all my gear, the boars said they couldn't beat me. They tried to run, but it was too late. I kept going. This is a group of boars who love gold. They love gold bars so much that they'll jump into the hot lava without risking their own lives. Behind me, I encountered a fierce spirit. He blew me away with a fireball and started hunting me down. He was very cruel, and when I met him again, I found a way to deal with him, that is to hit the fireball back. But I never thought that he would dodge the fireball. He flew straight to my neighbor's house. This is a disaster. While I was fighting with the evil spirit, the angry neighbor appeared. He was so scary. We couldn't fight him. We ran away immediately. As we all know, Pipio can be invisible. So when Pipio does something bad, there's no way to find out who did it. I was happily taking a bath when the water suddenly got very hot. But the next moment, the water temperature suddenly dropped. I was freezing my ass off. So without my knowledge, I was forced to experience this feeling. After the bath, I was ready to eat some noodles. They tasted good, but Pipio wasn't going to leave me alone. She used her superpower to splash oil on my clothes. I don't know what's going on here. That's when I asked my invincible mom to wash it for me. Something even weirder happened. When I tried to find something else to wear, I couldn't find it. I had no choice but to ask my invincible mom for help. When Pipio realized mom was here, he put the clothes back where he found them. I had to be beaten again. After the beating, he could finally go to bed. My cell phone was running out of battery, but just when I was about to charge it, I felt something was blocking the socket and I couldn't plug it in. I felt so bad.